デンマークが世界一という番組を始めたいと思います。
Denmark is the best in the world. Hiroku Service Learning. Denmark is the best in the world.
デンマークが世界一、デンセカのタツです。
デンセカのイフセンです。よろしくお願いします。
よろしくお願いします。So for today, this is the most important chapter for me, I think, because theme is culture shock. It's been a great time doing Hiraku together with you, Ipsen-san. You know, I learned a lot and I'm enjoying teaching to you as well. And it's really, really precious time for me.
Yeah, and because I haven't been to Japan, I really do appreciate getting being taught so many things and so much stuff about the culture, which is part of what I have written down actually.
Great. So what I want to learn on this session is I want to know about the secret of happiness in Denmark.
なるほど。
幸せの秘密を知ろうと思って今日はやってきました。じゃあスモールトークからやってみましょうか。今日も楽しみにしてきました。
はい。私もいつも毎週このセッションを楽しみにしていました。
はい、僕もです。とても楽しみでした。I look for this session so much. では今日はカルチャーショックなので、まずアメリカと日本とそしてデンマークについて知っていきたいと思います。
はい。
Okay, so what do you find exciting or unique about life in your study buddy's country? Okay, so let me start with the US.
Okay.
What I got culture shock in US is amount of sauce.
本当ですか?
Amount of sauce is too much in US. For example, like, you know, I got 10 ketchups at McDonald's for medium fry.
Yeah.
How can I use that much? And I found sushi in the pool of the soy sauce. You know, some people using like a big bowl with like, you know, the soy sauce.
Really?
Yeah, it's dipping. It's like swimming. Sushi is swimming in the pool. And the salad. Even like, you know, when you see somebody eating salad, which is in the soup of ranch dressing. Right?
Yeah.
You saw those, right? So I want to ask you, please don't do it in Japan.
Right.
It is really disrespect to someone who cook the food.
Yeah.
You know, even like you put so much salt, peppers, it means taste wasn't good. So you want to add it?
No, see, my brother, one of my brothers, he loves putting a lot of salt in his food. We all know that in the family, but even then my dad is like, can you at least just taste the food first?
Yeah.
And then, okay, I want to put more salt on.
So, yeah, that was my culture shock in US. Do you have any culture shock in US? アメリカで受けたカルチャーショックはありますか？
はい、本当にものはすごく大きすぎる。アメリカのメディアはヨーロッパのラージ。
そうね。そう。アメリカのスモールが日本のラージ。
はい、初めてコカ・コーラを買ったの時の、ラージを買った。はい。すっごく大きい。わかる。ほんとそう。そう。ガソリンスタンド、ガススタンド、99 cents or something, right? You know, if we buy just one bottle of those fountain drink, it's enough for all my family. Like 5 people. Yeah.
すごいよね。本当に大きいので、日本の方々はぜひびっくりしてください。では、デンマークについてもいいですか？I like the life in Denmark, and what I learned and what I really impressed was hygge.
Yeah.
So happiness with relaxed and comfortable, not excitement, right? Not excitement.
Exactly, yeah. And just for anyone who might be listening that could be from Denmark, it's of course hygge we were talking about, which is it's a difficult word to pronounce. Hygge.
Okay. So in Denmark, hygge.
Hygge.
How about like, you know, American people? The same? Hygge?
Yeah, they usually say like hygge, yeah.
Hygge, right? Okay. That is the happiness with calm and comfortable, right? So そういうゆっくりというか心を落ち着かせてで楽しめるような幸せという感覚が大事という、これはね本当にいい学びになりました。And another one is simple food.
Yes.
So you guys have best ham, right? Best ham.
Yes, it's consistently ranked the best ham in the world.
Right. So the Denmark having the best ham it's simple, but it's really, makes people happy, of course, right?
Yeah.
And then the bread and meatballs that you showed me was great.
Thank you.
Yeah, so I think the good part is like, anyone who have to cook food doesn't need to spend too much time.
Yeah, of course you can spend a lot of time making very fancy food, but usually that's reserved for the big holidays, so Easter and Christmas.
So for the daily life, no one need to be sacrifice their time, right?
No. It's not usually a huge time commitment to make like traditional Danish food. It's relatively simple.
Yeah. So I like that part. So food is good, even like no one need to spend their sacrifice their time to prepare for someone, right?
Yeah.
So I like that part. And then I learned Japanese food is good, but sometimes or most of the time, someone spending so much time to prepare for that.
Yeah.
And maybe someone sacrifice their time. So this is like big culture difference between Denmark and Japan that I thought. And another life is free education and friendly teacher that you're talking about.
Yeah.
Especially in high school, they don't care about like even student is drinking or smoking.
No, that's the norm. In fact, if you're in high school in Denmark and you say, "Oh, I don't drink," people kind of think that's kind of weird. But
so it was shocking, like because teacher can even drink together with high school student, right?
Yeah.
And then they come together with like someone want to smoke during the test.
Yeah.
The teacher come together with you.
Yeah.
And watch during the smoking and then make sure they come back to the room without cheating.
Yeah.
Right? Oh, that is very shocking. Yeah. So those are what I think, the exciting and unique about life in Denmark.
Yeah, it's the type of thing that I would have never thought about being unique until I started talking about other cultures, where it's then I
didn't realize?
No, because then I look back at my culture, it was like, I guess we do have a lot of because like I think I mentioned one point I visited a friend in England and we were at his house just drinking before a party.
Yeah.
And I wanted to bring my drink outside and he said, no, you can't do that. And I didn't realize that you weren't allowed to have an open alcoholic drink out in the street, that was illegal, because everyone does that in Denmark all the time.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow.
So.
Oh, okay.
It wasn't until I started interacting with people from other cultures that I looked back at my own culture realizing, I guess we do really weird things actually.
そうね。アメリカで確かに道端でお酒を飲むのは、とても嫌がられますね。場合によっては捕まるので、でもデンマークだと外でも飲めるんです。気軽に。
はい。
いいですね。いや、そこはすごい違うと思いました。で、さっき僕が喋ったのは、高校の先生は、日本では絶対に一緒に高校生の生徒とお酒を飲んだら、先生はもうダメです。仕事なくなります。
なるほど。
はい。タバコを吸ってる学生さんを外に場で見て、でテストのところに戻るなんてことをしたら、先生多分クビになります。なのでとてもびっくりしました。はい。ありがとうございます。
はい。いや、では、日本の生活はとても面白そうと思います。日本のたくさん祭りは特に面白そうと思います。平子のセッション3の時に河野さんの祭りの説明はすごく面白かった。
よかった。
祭りは、全部のことが何かを表すですね。例えば鯉のぼりは、男女の健やかな成長を表す。
いいですね。そうですね。健やかな成長、いい言葉ですね。素晴らしい。
Google 先生はその言葉を教えていました。
Google 先生素晴らしい。
日本の文化はすごく深いと思います。もっと知りたいです。その文化。でももちろん日本の食べ物はすごく美味しそうと思います。弟は日本に行ったことがある。ここに帰りましたの時に、日本の食べ物は世界一。
言ってましたか。弟さんは正しいです。そう。デンマークが世界一ですけど、食べ物は日本が世界一かもしれません。
多分おそらく。私はまだ日本に行ったことがないので、たくさんいろいろな食べ物は食べたことがありません。最後に秋葉原と 渋谷はすごく特殊なところと思います。
秋葉原と渋谷は特殊ですね。どのように特殊だと思いますか？
私はちょっとオタクなので、そのところは天国ですね。
天国だと思うということですね。
渋谷はいろいろなカフェはアニメティームがある。例えばジョジョのカフェ。
ジョジョのカフェね。
すごく面白い。そう。
いいですね。そうですね。いろんな面白いお店があるっていう面では特殊ですね。はい、そう思います。よく調べてくださいました。そしたら日本に行ったら、イプセンさんは秋葉原と渋谷に行くわけですね。
そう。
渋谷で何日過ごしますか？ How many days you wanna spend in 渋谷 and how many days you need to spend in 秋葉原 you think? Just one day is enough?
2日、3日ぐらい。
2、3日ぐらい。それぞれ。いいですね。
でももともとたくさんのところに
行きたいですよね。迷いますね。迷いますね。っていうのは、if you spend too much time in 秋葉原 you cannot visit other place, right?
はい。もちろん北海道に行きたい。
北海道に行きたい。
京都に行きたい。奈良に行きたい。
なるほど。わかりました。ありがとうございます。So that reminds me, because you talked me about festival as well, and sometimes concept of the festival is questionable in Denmark. You put the, like cat pictures. 樽って何でだっけ？
Barrel?
Barrel, yeah, barrel. And break it, right? That doesn't make sense to me, but I think there's a different sense of humor exists in Denmark.
Yes, absolutely.
Yeah. I want to learn about it because it's maybe connected to the secret of happiness in Denmark.
One of the things that is very, I think, unique about Danish humor is a lot of it seems like really lame to people that are not from Denmark because it's so vulgar. Lame?
Lame, yeah, lame.
But to us, it's very, very funny because we have a very like dry sense of humor. And a lot of the jokes that we make are very vulgar and like making fun of every type of person. But part of that is because we feel comfortable having every type of person in Denmark. Of course, there's like some discrimination somewhere, but generally speaking, everyone is very equal. So we feel comfortable making fun of each other and yeah. So like, for example, in Denmark, if you make a joke about homosexual people, that's generally not seen as like offensive, depending on how you do it, of course. Most people aren't going to be offended because we all know it's just a joke and we're just having a good time.
Okay, that's great to learn. Because they are in the same position, like you know, the equal.
Yeah.
That's why you can make them fun.
Yeah.
And then other people don't take it as discrimination.
Yeah.
Because they also expect that other people respect you, and then when they say something bad, it is usually joke.
Yeah.
That's nice.
You can sort of imagine the country as like one very big group of friends, because obviously you can make fun of your friends when you're hanging out, right? It's kind of the same, but just on a like national level. Is that it's like one sort of big family kind of.
Yeah. So you think the Denmark is the country like everyone is kind of family?
Yes. We do have a very collectivistic approach to everything where it's not about, as opposed to America, it's very much, I want this, I want what's best for me and just me, and I don't want to pay taxes because I don't need it. Whereas in Denmark, we approach it more as, well, it's best for everyone. We all like lift together.
Yeah. Okay. So you feel like safe.
Yes.
To talking with the people.
Yeah.
In Denmark, because you guys have not much borders between people and not ranking, but you know, you don't need to look up, look down kind of stuff.
No,
like everybody feel like a friend.
Yeah, I mean, obviously when you're in a workplace, you're going to be a little more polite to your boss and whatnot, but it's nowhere near to the same degree as like Japanese people talk about like all these rules about having to say different things, and we don't generally worry so much about that, no.
Nice. Because, you know, in Japan, like Japanese has keigo. So we always need to judge who is upper, who is down.
Right.
And then we need to change even like a language.
Yeah.
So in Danish, when you speak Danish, you guys have any kind of those respect words typically you need to use to someone? Or you only use that kind of stuff for king or queen?
Yeah, we don't really have like specific. If we do, it's like very, very few. I can't even imagine having to call like my boss Mr. whatever. Like usually you just refer to people, I'm afraid. Like it's more that we have, of course, like more slang and casual speak that you would maybe not use in a work setting. But other than that, no, we don't have like, oh, you have to say this and this and this. Of course, if you meet the king, there are certain things you have to say, Your Majesty and whatnot. But most people don't
usually,
yeah.
Okay, that's maybe one of the secret. Like as a culture, as a language, it's kind of based on like everybody's equal.
Yeah.
Okay, wonderful. That's great. I learned. ありがとうございます。最後まで聞いていただきました。
最後まで聞いていただいてありがとうございました。はい、また来週会いましょう。
Thank you so much for listening to our podcast, and we'll see you next week.
I am good at speaking English. I am also good at speaking Japanese as well. Cause I'm doing 開く service learning. 世界があなたの study buddy. 日本語も英語ももっともっと話したくなる。
開くのスポンサードでお送りします。
お送りします。
うまい。
みんなよろしくね。僕は幸せだよ。